Bells in the time of Middle-earth, before men came to power and ruined magic forever. And this is the Arkenstone of old, the white heart of the mountain, the central treasure of all the vast treasures of this golden realm. Suddenly, it was all destroyed by the monster lizard Slag the Terrible. Slag, the agent of evil on Earth. And he dragged off the treasures of Dale, even the Arkenstone itself. Only 3 survived the flames, a watchman who slept when the dragon came creeping, Torin Oakenshield, general of the now-destroyed garrison of Dale, and Princess Mika Milovana, who sadly watched the crumbling ashes of her once golden realm. Gandalf, whispered General Oakenshield. Only the great wizard Gandalf can help us now. 3 ragged and weary survivors of Dale, the burned city of Golden Bells, came to the lonely tower of Gandalf the Grey. So it has come to pass, said the great wizard, that Dale has been destroyed by Slag, and that he nests on the treasure in the carved halls under Lonely Mountain, just as it is written in the great book. Then it is clear that the time has come, the time of the Hobbit. Far away from all the troubles of dragons and treasure lived a certain hobbit. Like all hobbits, he lived in a hole in the ground. It was a very comfortable hole, full of everything needed for a cozy, secure life. A far different sort of life than that of his great-great-great-great-grand hobbit. This settled and satisfied hobbit was named Bilbo Baggins, and he didn't know that his time had come. All at once they were there, eating his food, shouting for more, filling the air with terrifying words about dragons, fire, stolen gold, and death. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you are all talking about, cried Bilbo Baggins. We are talking about you, said the wizard Gandalf. You are the chosen dragon killer. You shall lead this group over the impassable Barricade Mountains, through the impenetrable Mirkwood Forest, across the poisonous desolation of Slag, to Lonely Mountain itself, wherein the horrid creature lies. You must creep into the deepest great chamber of the old jewel mines of Dale and kill the fire-spitting dragon Slag. A fascinating story, said the small hobbit. And now, if you have all finished your breakfasts, it's been a great pleasure to meet you, and I wish you lots of luck and all speed. But it is written in the prophecies, said General Torin Oakenshield. We cannot go without you. Then don't go at all, shouted Bilbo. Leave that old dragon be. The princess was furious and impatient with all this talk. Mr. Baggins, she shouted, that dragon has killed my father and all of my people. He has burned to ashes my golden land of Dale. Now he sits on our treasures and waits his time to strike other lands, maybe even here. If you are all afraid, then I shall go alone. Bilbo was shocked. He shouted at Gandalf, but this is crazy. She's only a child. You can't let her face this journey, that dragon, alone. Correct. The great wizard agreed. I'm glad you see it at last, dear Bilbo. You can start first thing in the morning. And so they set out to follow the ancient map, leaving the comforts of Hobbiton behind and carrying barely enough food for the usual hobbit between-meal snack. The conscripted dragon slayer and the 3 survivors of Dale struggled across the great barricades. Gandalf the Grey watched from his own distance. He knew well what terror waited along this craggy path. A crushed cabin burns a stolen lamb to feed groans, hungry brutes with skin as thick as bark. But people meat is their favorite food. The legends say that groans must be in their caves before sunrise, or they'll surely turn into dry trees rooted to the ground forever. there was a long night ahead, and this puny lamb would serve only as an appetizer as the unsuspecting travelers approached. The smell of roasting lamb was too much for the starving hobbit, but the others, being bigger and even hungrier, knocked him spinning into a hollow log. In no time at all, the three were tied to the roasting spit. But the second groan was angry that the first had burned the lamb and demanded that the new victim should be boiled instead of roasted. The first groan furiously knocked the spit from the flames and shouted that the second should be happy to have people flesh at all. Now the hobbit saw that he might save the others if he could just keep the brutish groans fighting among themselves. He was a good mimic, and he hoped the hollow log would amplify his small voice. The second groan's lips didn't move, but his voice seemed to shout, "No stupid ape like you can tell me how to eat my food." "Who are you calling stupid, you ugly knothead?" roared the first. Soon the dull-witted groans forgot all about their dinner and were busily trying to kill one another. They fought and cursed each other through the night till the first rays of the sun caught them by surprise. Bilbo had tricked them, and now they would be rooted to this spot forever. 2 less groans and 2 more gnarled dead trees. As they moved forward again across the great barricades, the survivors had a new opinion of their small hobbit dragon slayer. Perhaps he might prove useful after all, thought Thorin Oakenshield. Then, suddenly, Bilbo was gone. Down through a crevasse with a soundless scream as the others trudged on. Down past the chewed rock tunnels of the hateful grablins who kill and eat only for spite. Down to the roots of the mountain. Down to where there is none but Gollum. Unremembered years before, a weak and rejected creature found what Gandalf the Grey still seeks, the One Ring of Power. He had crept into the inky depths to hide it here on this black isle where the hobbit had now fallen, and he had cringed with his ring alone in the dark so long that he could speak only to his miserable self, Gollum. "What horrid little nasty has come to steal our ring, my precious? We must squeeze it till it dies, yes? We dursn't let it take our dearest ring, Gollum." Bilbo did have the ring. Magically, the One Ring of Power had found its true bearer. It was Bilbo Baggins the Hobbit. He felt the ring's power, that it might help him against the dragon Slag. Bilbo made a mighty leap on his broad hobbit feet, clear to the shore, and darted up the nearest tunnel as fast as he could go. "Curse him and crush him," wailed Gollum. "We must catch the tricksy thief before it reaches the outside." And the wretched thing waddled right past Bilbo, who of course didn't know the way out, but who guessed that Gollum did. And Gollum led him through the only tunnel unknown to the evil Grablins and directly into the blessed sunlight. So Bilbo was able to rejoin his companions who had crossed the tops of the mountains, and they faced together the next obstacle on their long journey, Mirkwood Forest. Entering Mirkwood was like plunging into a sea of trees and being unable to come up for air. An eternal, endless forest whose mists were as poisonous as its vegetation. The 4 travelers were starved and exhausted, but they pushed on, compulsively determined to bring themselves to the most hideous danger of all, Lonely Mountain, wherein lay the killer dragon Slag. There he lay, the vast red gold dragon, fast asleep, in this immense hall that once was the jewel mine of Dale. Ironically, Slag had dragged these same jewels from the treasury of the Golden City he destroyed back to the very place of their origin. As Bilbo looked out at this stupendous scene of both beauty and ugliness, his feelings too were a swirling mixture of exhilaration and horror. Then, out of this staggering panorama of gems, he suddenly saw only one. It was the Arkenstone of Dale. Now the tiny hobbit knew exactly how this lizard must die. It was the bravest thing he had ever done, certainly braver than anything the comfort-loving squire of Hobbiton ever would have imagined he could do. Perhaps it was only the power of the ring he wore. Perhaps it was his growing love for the Princess Mika. Or maybe it was only that he knew that someone had to do it. But he did it. He climbed the diamond vest of the slumbering dragon, and he stole the Arkenstone. Together with the others, he fashioned a powerful crossbow from old mining tools. And the Arkenstone, the white heart of Dale, was the arrowhead destined for the black heart of Slag. And so he did it, just as Gandalf knew he would. And the city of Golden Bells was built again, and Bilbo and Mika reigned there together. But finally they returned to that quiet, comfortable life in Hobbiton, until the next time that Gandalf the Grey would knock upon the round, green door.
Greetings! Greetings, fine folks. I hope all of you have had fun. So, if you're curious what that little movie was, that was the first official adaptation of a J.R.R. Tolkien work, The Hobbit. It was an adaptation of The Hobbit. And why was it like that? Why was it still images and one narrator? It's because the producer of it was about to lose the rights, and his contract said, very technically, that he only had to produce a movie. It didn't specify how long, only that it needed to be in theaters. So they just slapped together that one. Which is sad in a little bit, because he was going to use Czechoslovakian animators. As a man of Czech origin myself, that would have been cool, but also Czechoslovakia has a very famous and illustrious animation community. Very famous and illustrious animators. Now, you may be asking yourself about the little outfit I'm wearing. Why, I have actually been to New Zealand and seen the sites where they filmed the Lord of the Rings movie, and this is an official, this is the same cloak, type of cloak that they wore in the movie, made by the same costume house that made it. Made from the same wool that produced the movie version. So this is as close to realistic as you can. This is close to getting an actual costume of Lord of the Rings as you can without, stealing it from breaking into Elijah Wood's house and stealing kids. And I don't know where to do it too. I know where you live, Elijah. I don't. Anyways, people seem to be mildly curious in my opinions on Rings of Power, and I hadn't seen it. I was going to ask somebody else to watch it with me, but then I was lazy and forgot to ask them until literally an hour ago. So that's probably not going to happen. So it's just going to be me and you guys here tonight, watching the Rings of Power. It's always a little circuitous to set these up. I've done this once or twice before. Okay, where's it? Where's the start watch party? There we go. Oh, do I thought I missed. One second. Yes, Bigfoot the Assassin. How's it going? I've seen him. Were you here for my little explanation? What? Oh. Sorry, I want to watch Rings of Power today, but Amazon is giving me a headache trying to log in. 1 second. If I get this wrong one more time. But it's crazy, but I'm already logged in. But that's my But I just logged. This is very frustrating. Is it? I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Mine is a little screwy too. One sec. Oh god. Okay, 1 second.
Please type the numbers you hear.
1 8 3. Please type the numbers you hear. 1 8 3 7 6.
I'm trying to fill out this, God, I hope to fucking God this doesn't... Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, this whole, like, logging and to set up a watch party thing is always the most annoying thing in the world. I'm trying to set, please, for the love of God, I am begging you, let me log into my own fucking account, Amazon. Then we can then all the fun people here can sit back. Oh! 1 second. I have to go get my fucking credit card. It's gonna be fun. Okay, back. Sorry about that. Sit on this because I don't want to sit on this because the material is a little bit sensitive. Okay. Sorry about this, everybody. I thought if I just had logged into it on my computer, I'm logged into it, it's working, but we can't officially do it until I get this stupid thing set up. No. There we go. What? Oh. Okay. Now let's watch. We'll at least watch the first episode. I don't know about episode 2, but we'll watch episode 1. Does that sound good, everybody? Now, unfortunately, you will have to be signed into your Prime account to be able to view the episode if you want. But if you're not subscribed, I believe you'll just see my image reacting to it. So, either or. Is it playing? It's not playing on my end. Oh, this is annoying. 1 second. So, oh, I see. Aha, there we go. That's why. There it is.
Mom,
Are you seeing it?
is it finished yet? Even you could possibly believe there was a scrap of float.
It's not going to float. It's going.
Well, we're gonna watch the first episode.
float.
Use your footing again, Galadriel. It was a good ship, sister.
I made it just as you taught me.
Do you know why a ship floats and a stone cannot? Because the stone sees only downward. The darkness of the water is vast, irresistible. The ship feels the darkness as well, striving moment by moment to master her and pull her under. But the ship has a secret. For unlike the stone, her gaze is not downward but up,
Oh, yeah, that's probably on me.
fixed on the light that guides her. Whispering of grander things than darkness and
I know how to fix this. 1 second.
Sometimes.
There'll be an echo for a second.
Just
I can fix it though, don't worry. I know how to fix it.
It's hard to say which way is up, which way is down. How am I to know which lights to follow? But that seems so simple.
the most important truths of them. But you must learn to discern for yourself. I won't always be here to speak them to you.
You won't?
Come along. Mother and father are waiting.
We had no word for death, for we thought our joys would be unending.
Put up.
We thought our light would never dim.
So when the great foe Morgoth destroyed the very light of our home, we resisted. And a legion of elves went to war. We left
Valinor, our home, and journeyed to a distant realm, one filled with untold perils, strange creatures beyond count, a place known as Middle-earth.
Hey.
They said it would be over quickly, but the war left Middle-earth in ruin, and would last.
Does this make the elves the equivalent of the Anglo-Saxons? Is that what they're implying? Does that make the orcs, the goblins, the Celts?
Now, we learned many words for death. In the end, Morgoth would be defeated, but not before much sorrow. For his orcs had spread to every corner of Middle-earth,
Is there an echo now?
multiplying ever greater under the command of his most devoted servant, a cruel and cunning sorcerer. They called him Sauron. My brother vowed to seek him out and destroy him. Sauron found him first, and marked his flesh with a symbol, one whose meaning even our wisest could not discern. And there, in the darkness, his vow became mine. And so, we hunted. To the ends of the earth we hunted Sauron. But the trail grew thin. Year gave way to year. Century gave way to century. And for many elves, the pain of those days,
Road of thought and mind. More and more of our kind began to believe that Sauron was but a memory, and the threat, at last, was ended. I wish I could be one of them.
There we go. Should have fixed it. No, what's going on is my microphone is picking up. Oh, come on.
Since the last talk was is it not possible the other commanders are right, and our enemy is no more? Light is closing in. How long can living flesh endure where even sunlight fears to tread?
What's going on is my mic is picking up the sound from me watching it, so that's where the echo is coming from.
And tomorrow begin the journey home.
We are losing the light.
Okay.
Commander! Wait! No! We keep moving! Galadriel! Stop!
Is it gone now? It should be gone now.
There's nothing out here. We should have been there by now.
We are there.
This is it. This is where the orcs gathered after Morgoth's defeat. Far more must have escaped than we ever imagined.
My hand is past feeling.
No. This place is so evil, our torches give off no warmth. This way,
How can you be certain?
Wait, how is it?
colder than the rest.
What about now? Is it gone now? This was the most irritating part of dealing with
door was filled in here. Bring it down.
Testing, 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 testing. How is it still there? 1 second. What about now?
What devilry is this?
These orcs were meddling with the powers of the unseen world. Some dark sorcery of old. But what was their purpose?
Surely it is lost to the ages now.
Ah!
What happened here was long ago.
Water.
Do you want to check on your end?
Even stone cannot hide the mark of one whose very hand is flame unquenched. He was here. Sauron was here. Tell the others to rest while they can.
Because literally the only solution
Search farther north.
Further north?
This
I could
mark
have
is
is
real.
turning off the noise on my end.
The last time I saw it was on my brother. We must follow it.
The mark is centuries old. Whoever left it could be long dead.
Or lying in wait, gathering strength, perfecting whatever dark art eluded him here.
We exceeded our orders months ago. Surely we must first return home to take counsel with the High King.
I promise you there is not a soul amongst our company who yearns for home more than I. I can still feel the light of the trees on my face. I can still see it. And until we are certain, every trace of our enemy is vanquished,
Can you hear me now?
I can never return.
Are you sure it's not on your end? Okay, what about now? Oh, I think I may have fixed it. I think I know what was wrong. Possibly I fixed what's wrong. What about now? Fixed it? Okay, I know what happened. So there's 3 spots where this is theoretically playing. And I forgot on Amazon, when I do these, I don't have to keep on the stream from, so you can hear the TV, because it plays separately. But you were hearing that, so it was like real confusing. That's what was going on. Anyways, back to the show. This fellowship is breaking up. there going to be any hobbits in the show? I want some hobbits. I want to make a joke about how dumb I think the controversy was surrounding this show. But there's no way to make it without coming off as insensitive, so I just want to say certain people who were freaking out about the inclusion of POC people, it's very dumb. It was very dumb. And they can be safely ignored. Go to Hobbit! Or Goblin, or what are they? And that's the last I'll bring that up. Who are these people? Hobbits, definitely Hobbits, good. This is funny because it's pretty much I mean, it's clear what they're doing is they're setting up a fellowship of all the people that are going to be in it. Young Michael Sheen. Or Colin Firth. Definitely young Colin Firth. Which is only a good thing in my mind. I really like him. I really like him. Lindon? I wonder what city this is supposed to be. I really like it. Okay, minor nitpick. They should all be speaking Elvish in Elvish kingdoms. I don't know why. Yeah, which city could it be? Oh, they're gonna bone, aren't they? I'm just gonna assume they're speaking Elvish right now. That's always a pet peeve of mine in like things when characters should be speaking like different languages and alone, but they're always speaking English. Elvish is a full language. You can make these people can speak it. I'm worried about this village. This village. This seems like something troubling. By the way, this is a lot better than their Wheel of Time show. I'm going to say that right now. This is significantly better than the Wheel of Time thing that they had. Wheel of Time was pretty bad, unfortunately. And the big problem with Wheel of Time was that the characters were like the fucking worst and super unsympathetic. And I like most of the characters I've had so far. So, like, I remember in Wheel of Time, my first instinct when we saw the main character was like, oh God, please don't let him be the main character. Please don't let him be the main character. This kid, I can't help but think it. This kid looks like looks like and sounds like a young Colin Firth to me, which is. This is not a super flattering angle. Usually they shoot this a little bit higher. Just kiss already. I don't know. Man, I think always gets like the shittiest lands usually. Like everybody else gets these like fancy, cool looking things, and man is just like a village. I'm literally wearing, I believe I'm literally wearing the cloak that this guy's wearing. Am I? Yeah, I think I am. This one ended tragic. I feel like a guy in a movie theater. Just like, this one ain't bad. See, this is a little bit the weakness of like green screen and stuff. Like this, I can tell this is a green screen, so this looks so not real to me. Is that his son? Is that... Kiss. king looks a little bit like Tommy Wiseau. He like produced these guys in like quad. Look at his head. Sorry. Humans are always the most boring characters in all these stories. Like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. The guy next to her, like, I don't know why the English produce all these like really big foreheaded people. It's always very funny. Like Matt, I'm also watching House of the Dragon, and Matt Smith's forehead is so crazy to me. I love Matt Smith. That guy. Sky burial. Is this a sky burial? Do elves do sky burials? didn't. Good for you, Gladys. Oh no. Oh no. I knew this was gonna happen. Oh no. Phew. Okay. Not our village, because I liked your village. What the fuck? Is that Candle? Who's that? Who's that? Am I totally off? Why is this saying it only has 20 minutes left? We just finished the episode. Are you guys still seeing the episode? Weird. So what do we think? If anybody's still here. So yeah. How did you like it? Is it still playing, or I don't know. This feature I find is a little unwieldy. I like it so far. Even if I was making... okay. Let's end the watch party for right now. If we want to, we can watch episode 2 in a second. But let's end the watch party for right now. How about that? What did you think? Well, I don't know. I want to take a look.